So Gen Z, I'm just letting you know right now, you have not revived a single thing. You are one of the weirder generations. I'm going to tell you that right now, no offense. But supposedly you are reviving shopping malls. I don't know how that
I
works,
typically am an
honestly.
independent person,
But
but I
my
love
generation's
going to the
been going
mall
for
with someone. I
years.
love going to the Apple store and buying an iPad with a friend, or I love going to Abercrombie and getting a camouflage sweatshirt with a friend.
Despite
My generation, every generation before that has been going to malls before you. So how are you reviving
a number of
shopping malls?
closures,
That's what
U.S. malls are making a comeback due in part to a surge in younger shoppers. Nearly
I don't think
60%
so,
of
but
shoppers ages 18 to 34 say they shop at the mall often or sometimes, compared with just 48% of 35 to 54-year-olds.
they're getting older, dude.
Members of Gen Z, born between 1997 and 2012, are spending money in physical stores at a similar rate to their grandparents.
What retailers have learned is that the store can be used not just for traditional shopping, it can be used as a mechanism to fulfill online orders, and vice versa.
Oh my god, I'm gonna have a issue with this video, I think.
Try on the item. If it doesn't fit, I could just return it right then and there, you know,
Oh
instead
my
of
gosh.
having to go to UPS, send it back, waiting another 5 to 7 business days.
Malls are also pivoting from traditional department stores to providing an array of
I might
entertainment
get
options
annoyed.
and leisure
I might
activities.
get annoyed.
Over the past decade, Macy's has closed more than a third of its stores.
Which I did a video
Born
on.
into a digital world and known for working, shopping, and dating online, Gen Zers spend on average 6 or more hours on their phones daily.
Get off your phones.
Funny things about Gen Z is that they're so social media savvy that they love to post about experiences they have, including shopping.
Yeah, but
One of the
get off
reasons
your
why they're
phones
going
and
to
enjoy
malls is
life,
because they want
man.
to have the bags they can show off on TikTok of the haul they had from the mall. And if they shop online,
I don't
they
care
have a bunch
about
of
hauls,
cardboard
honestly.
boxes
I
rather
really
than
don't.
branded bags.
The U.S. is home to
Malls
an
like that, I
estimated
could care less.
1,226 malls, 7% less than 2017. So can younger shoppers help save the traditional brick-and-mortar mall? CNBC went to Freehold Raceway Mall in New Jersey to find out. Lindsay Hyams is a 23-year-old from Marlboro, New Jersey. Her shopping journey begins online.
I typically like to shop online first
Okay.
because I like to get the experience of looking through a whole entire catalog, a whole entire website. My favorite app is called Locker, so I can actually collect all the items that I want on an app and then go into a store like Aritzia, Zara, Abercrombie, American Eagle, and I can go in and I can actually shop all of my photos or all of my collections.
But it often ends
Those
at the mall.
stores cost.
Freehold Raceway is one of over 24 New Jersey malls with over 200 stores and restaurants.
When you come to the mall, what's your typical day like?
I always stop at Starbucks
Oh, God.
because I definitely need some caffeine, a breakfast sandwich. I typically do like to shop in the morning or like right before the mall closes.
Gen Zers like Hyams say they like to shop in person because it allows them to touch and feel what they are buying, and they avoid shipping charges.
That's
There
true.
are about 69 million members of Gen Z. They make up about 20% of the U.S. population. The group has a spending power of about $150 billion.
Hold on a second. 20% of the U.S. population is a Gen Zer and has the capability to spend up to $150 billion, if not more, just for shopping. Oh
Do you
my
ever
gosh.
buy online and then pick up at the mall?
Yeah, for Zara all the time. Yes, I love doing that for Zara for 2 reasons. One, it's free shipping. 2, it comes really fast, so it's here in 1 to 2 days. And
I
then
mean, I guess it does
also,
get you out of the
if it doesn't
house,
fit,
right?
I could just return it.
Some of the top shopping destinations for Gen Z include department stores like Macy's, Bloomingdale's, and JCPenney, luxury retailers like Gucci and Ralph Lauren, and specialty retailers like Express, Abercrombie, and Apple. In addition to speed, shopping in store comes with other perks.
I've heard from some people that have researched Gen Z that some of it's also instant gratification and looking for a quicker way to get what you need. Does that ring true to you?
I'd rather just drive the 25 minutes and go pick up the sweatshirt, or I'd rather go pick up the pair of jeans.
And it's
Does
an
that show
activity they can do with their
impatience, by the way?
peers.
Like, you can't
60%
wait
of Gen
a
Z
few days?
respondents say they visit malls to socialize or meet friends.
So many of the Gen Z shoppers I spoke to said there's something about the mall and its simplicity that brings back a lot of nostalgia. The touching and feeling.
What nostalgia could they be missing out on that everyone else did not have? What nostalgia specifically, right? Everyone's had nostalgia, but what are they...
items, the walking around, the sights, the smells. Well, my cousin's coming home for college, and our first trip is going to Short Hills. We're gonna go to Aritzia. We're gonna have our day. We're gonna get coffee. We're gonna get lunch at Bloomingdale. So for us, it's a place that we actually can create experiences at.
After living through two major economic crises, the Great Recession and the pandemic, Gen Z is budget conscious and prefers discount retailers like TJ Maxx and Target, dollar stores like Dollar General, and fast fashion retailers like Zara. The group also frequents thrift stores and Facebook Marketplace.
Good.
But they can also be heavily influenced by what they see online, with 85% of respondents from one survey saying social media has an impact on their purchasing decisions.
I'm just going to tell you right now, it doesn't matter what shoes you have, it doesn't matter what car you drive, it doesn't matter what clothes you have on, and it doesn't matter what jewelry you put on yourself. No one cares. And I'm saying it in the best way possible, in the fact that you can wear the like $3,000 Air Jordans, you can wear a Gucci belt and whatever, you can have the most expensive necklaces. No one really cares about that, because they care more about your personality. So if your personality sucks, you as a person just suck. Just put it that way, right? But if your personality is good, right, they still don't care what you wear, what you drive, what you have. It's all about having and owning something and say you own it over what you are as a person. So don't get those two confused.
Abercrombie & Fitch, a staple of 90s fashion, known for dimly lit stores and controversial marketing tactics, has seen a turnaround in part by leaning into that online experience. The company includes its namesake chain and Hollister.
You know, the kids still like to come to the mall. So even though they may start their purchase online or on their phone, they do complete it a lot of times in the mall.
Sometimes they'll find us on social, they'll click into our apps, or they'll click into the mobile web and start looking around. They'll save a basket, and then they'll come into the store and say, okay, I have these 4 or 5 products I want to check out. I'm going to try them on. I'm going to feel them. I'm going to touch them.
In-person sales are a bigger business for Hollister, which caters to Gen Z. Digital sales of the Abercrombie brand make up 60% of revenue in fiscal year 2023, compared with 30% at the Hollister brand. The company said teen customers prefer to visit in-store. Shares of Abercrombie
spend mom and
Fitch
dad's
are
money,
up
right?
about 75% this year, well above the S&P 500.
What we want to do, what we try to do, is that whenever they lift their head up from the phone, you know, I have teens, they're always staring down at the phone. Whenever they lift up, we want it to be a seamless move into that store. So when you think about, the photography that we see online, we want to bring that into the stores. We have video online. We want to bring that into the stores. We want those stores to be light and bright and easy to navigate.
The top clothing brands for Gen Z include Nike, American Eagle, and Lululemon.
It doesn't matter how much you pay for something. It doesn't matter, like I said, it doesn't matter what it costs and how much you spend. No one cares about what you wear, what you have on. They care more about you as an individual than the items you have. Don't get it confused, please.
For decades, mall culture was a dominant part of life for American teens. Cult classic films like Fast Times at Ridgemont High, Mallrats, and Clueless epitomized the meet and hangout culture of that era.
Are you suffering from buyer's remorse or something?
Malls were also a place for teens to get a job. Teen employment in the 1970s, 80s, and 90s was almost double what it has been in recent years. But times have changed. Today, almost half of Gen Z teens said the place where they can be found almost constantly is online. Over half of U.S. teenagers say they spend at least 4 hours a day
Go outside
on
and touch
social
some
media.
grass, please.
About a third of Gen Z respondents reported poor mental health in a recent survey, compared with
Your parents are going to be so happy that you're outside, but they're going to be so, they're going to hold on to you because they don't want you to be subjected to the outside world. Like, our generation, right? We ate dirt, we touched grass, we got dirty, we, got rough and tumble out there. Parents are nowadays, no offense, I feel like they're so keeping their kids safe and protected. When they get sick, they get really sick to the point where they're sick for weeks, if not to a month, because they just haven't been subjected to the outside world enough. So go explore the world and adapt, please.
just 14% of Gen Xers and
Sidebar
7%
conversation
of
from
baby
this whole
boomers.
video.
Shopping for some of them might be an opportunity to go into a store, have a real life experience.
Yeah, if you have to say that,
Many
it's messed
Gen
up.
Zers
Have a
consider
real
the
life
mall a third
experience.
space that isn't work or home. Gen Z is becoming an important audience for malls and for retailers. These teens and 20-somethings are starting to make money. They're getting jobs, they're graduating from college, and they're entering their career years. To try to attract Gen Z shoppers, Simon Property Group, the nation's biggest mall owner with about 195 U.S. malls and shopping centers, recently launched an ad titled Meet Me at the Mall on Netflix, TikTok, and Instagram. The ad, heavy on 80s nostalgia, depicted young adults dancing and roller skating at the mall.
Oh gosh.
Other mall owners are leaning into experience and entertainment venues like Dave & Buster's.
Clearly what you've seen is a move
Dave & Buster's was
towards more
goated back in the
experiential
day.
offerings, food and beverage, hospitality, etc.
That shift is happening as big anchor stores like Macy's, Lord & Taylor, JCPenney, and Sears have downsized or disappeared from malls entirely. One of the biggest changes coming to U.S. malls in the coming years is that Macy's is closing so many of its stores across the country, and that's a huge footprint in a lot of these malls. For mall owners, that could be an opportunity to replace that space with a store or an experience that will appeal to a younger shopper, but it's not a guarantee. If they don't come up with something trendy or unique, that mall traffic could die off. An estimated 2 million square feet of mall space was demolished in 2022.
A lot of people say malls are dead or malls are dying, they don't have any relevance. What would your response be?
I think I've read a little bit of the captions there. I think malls are surviving because people are still shopping there. Even though they're saying they're dying, I think they're still making money, but not as much money as they were before COVID.
Definitely don't think that they're dying. I think that malls are just evolving. Every time I go to a mall,
okay, I agree with
definitely thriving.
Gen Z is not reviving anything. In fact, they're just making the malls more successful. Well, just let me know your thoughts and tell me if I'm right or wrong, or if you have any other opinions on this, dude.